This week on Randy Reviews It, I got one of my dream guns, the Langdon PX4 G-SD, all done up. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome to Randy Reviews It. So this week we're talking about this, my LTT PX4 G-SD. If you're not familiar with the G-SD, it's a new offering from Beretta where they take the normal barrel and or a 40 Smith & Wesson slide, but they put a thicker 9mm bull barrel kind of in it, or it acts like a bull barrel, so it reduces recoil further on arguably one of the softest shooting guns that's out there. So I bought this straight from Langdon. Let's talk about the pros, some of my gripes so far, which there's very few, spoiler alert, and then let's talk about, where I see this going, what I would recommend, and that sort of thing. So pros with this, Langdon did this, or Gray Guns, I should say, did this trigger for the PX4 for Langdon. And this flat trigger is amazing. So even in this double action form, you can still get to it. And it almost like rolls right into where it should be, so that the break is almost like at a perfect 90-degree angle. So you can see here in the single action mode that the break is right there. So the break is in a perfect spot. The DA is a lot smoother than you think. I got this with the optional NP3 coating to make it even smoother, kind of deck it out, that sort of thing. So the first is the Gray Guns trigger. I would strongly recommend it. The original PX4 trigger isn't terrible. The shape of it is good, but this I think does take it to another level. The other thing that they do is the extended mag release. So the mag release is one thing that I would gripe about on the regular PX4, is how much it protrudes. It doesn't really stick out enough. This one sticks out just a little bit further, but not so far that it's like easy to accidentally bump. So really like what they did with the mag release on this. The NP3 coating makes it ridiculously smooth. It just feels like butter when it goes back and forth. It's like a sewing machine. It's amazing. They throw the carry levers by default on there, so it's just a decock only. It's in that G setting there. If you order it from them, it comes with their little Langdon laser on there, a laser logo. I ordered it with the EPS RDO plate. So they get that EPS down there. They throw new sights on the gun itself. So it's like a little higher, so you get lower 1/3 co-witness. The sights are really good too that they threw on here. Like even before I put the EPS on, I was like, dang, these are nice sights. So yeah, it's really nice. You can choose different hammers. At the time I wanted the match hammer, but they were out, so I just picked the factory hammer, but it's NP3 coated, that sort of thing. It comes with the different grip backings on it, and it comes with Talon rubber grips. You can see they're not on here. So let's get into a few gripes about the gun. So you can see I'm the guy that tapes up my PX4s. Yeah, I've got a lot of, you know, hate over it, but I'll tell you, it's practical. It's grippy. It's good. You get a good purchase on things. The rubber talon grips to me are pretty awful, like the grip texture for them. And I didn't push my luck with Langdon asking for like the Pro, because I think the Pro textured talon grips are pretty good. The rubber ones, however, are just really slick, and I wasn't getting like a good grip with it, so I just went with the hockey tape. The hockey tape has been good to me. It's always ran. The slide serrations, like even with their kind of, I think it's Cerakoted up, that the way they do it, it's still really slippery on the slide. So, and the slide serrations on the PX4 are not great. So I tape over them to give me good purchase so that I can just grab and rip it and it's ready to go. You can also use, you know, with this, the red dot to rack it and things like that. So that's my con, is definitely the grip of it and the texture on the serrations. The mags that came with too are NP3 coated as well. You get like a 20 round and two 17 rounds, which is awesome. I already had 2 other regular PX4s, so it's nice to have a bunch of mags floating around. The single action pull is like maybe 4 pounds. The double action is around 7. The single action might be 4, 4.5. But the other thing that's insane with this is a reset. That's it right there. It's like a 1/10 or whatever Ernest Langdon claims it is. I thought he was lying. He is not lying. I shot this at the PSA gathering, and I came home and I ordered one because I had to have it. And it's lived up to all the hype. And the thing is on Langdon's site, it said it would take like 6 to 8 weeks, I think. I got this thing in under 2. So either they already had one ready to go with just my specific settings, or they just felt the need to bless me with a quick turnover. I'm not saying that you should expect the same thing, but you may get lucky like I got lucky and have a 2-week turnaround. The other con on this, besides the grips, that is an issue on every PX4, the price. So with everything that I've done, so I did the Gray Guns trigger, I did the G-SD, I did the EPO, what do you call this, plate. I put my own EPS on it, or I put the EPS RDO, or their Langdon EPS plate. I had my own EPS already. I did the crown barrel as well, and I did the regular hammer. It came out to $15.83 for this gun, so it's not a cheap gun. But I would argue that I think this is probably the softest recoiling gun in its size and class or anything like that. The only thing that I've shot that's softer than this are like heavier, big 2011s. This gun shoots ridiculously soft. It goes fast. It wants to let you go fast. That reset is wicked. You can go really, really fast with this thing. The recoil is amazing. The trigger is smooth. It's great to carry. The holsters, you're pretty much looking at JM Custom Kydex. I think Filster does one now. And then maybe A&R Design, I think, is doing some for it. They also, I forgot to mention, they do put a less protruding slide release on this. So it did make a big deal for me, but it's just something that they do with their setups. And I mean, it still works. I can still hit it. I don't hit it accidentally. Everything's solid on it. So initial, I'm gonna shoot the hell out of this gun. It was absolutely worth every penny that I paid for it. I'm infatuated with it. Langdon's going to be getting a lot of business from me because I got to send in the P30L, the P30, probably USPs, all of that stuff in. And I actually want to buy the compact of this soon. I'll probably just do iron sights for the compact. But yeah, I'm in love with this. If you get the chance to try this at any events, or if you know anyone that has a Langdon and you're just curious about it, try it out. I think you'll be blown away the way that I was, and you'll probably end up buying one like I did. It's hard to compare. You know, I've been a huge Shadow Systems fan for a while. Those guns are probably not going to be with me much longer because this, my PX4s and my P30s, my USPs are pretty much all I've been shooting that I've not testing necessarily, but like my favorite guns to shoot. This is one of them. So yeah, it was absolutely worth it. I'll keep you updated on round counts. I got about 10 mags through this so far. I'm going to keep putting more rounds through it, make sure it's good and reliable, which I'm sure it will be. But hang in there. I'll keep posting update videos about it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. If you enjoy the Langdons as much as I do, you know, hit a thumbs up, sub, that sort of thing to stay informed about how this is performing. So I'm really excited, as you can tell, because this was something that I wanted for a very, very long time. For me, it was like kind of hard to justify at first, paying $15.83 for a Beretta PX4. And then I went to the PSA gathering, shot one, and knew that it was absolutely worth it. So I'm happy that I pulled the trigger, so to speak, and purchased one of these. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching. I'm Randy Reviews It.